welcome to our dear Dr. Jincy. Thank you so much for, first of all, accepting. And you were so excited when I was talking about the concept. And you immediately said, without any hesitation, without any thinking, immediately you said that let's do it. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for taking your personal time Saturday evening for us. I know this is important for all of us, but you are valuing your time is important for us as well. So I will give you a short, all of you, I will give you a short introduction about Dr. Jincy, and then we will get going without much ado. So Dr. Jincy, currently she serves as the Vice Principal of Esvyasa School of Yoga and Naturopathic Medicine. So Esvyasa deemed to be University Bengaluru. Dr. Jincy Sundaran is an accomplished yoga and naturopathy physician with over 15 years of distinguished experience, spanning clinical practice, teaching, and research. Renowned for her expertise in psychodiagnosis, gut microbiota, nephrology, women's health, and post trauma rehabilitation, she blends scientific rigor with compassionate care. An engaging speaker and a prolific writer for health magazines and digital platforms, Dr. Jincy is passionate about promoting holistic well being and personality development. She is the creator and the lead faculty of the signature course, Psychodiagnosis and Counseling, and serves as the course coordinator for the Swayam program Yoga for IQ Development. Her academic journey includes being an online guest faculty at Yunnan Minzu University, China, a topper in BNYS from the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. She also holds a postgraduate degree in psychology from the University of Madras and a master's in human resource management from Bharatiyar University. Her career has spanned prestigious institutions in Tamil Nadu and Kerala as an academician, physician, wellness consultant, and a startup advisor. Dr. Jincy serves as an associate professor, heading the Department of Integrative Medicine and Psychology at SVYASA, while also leading the Department of Gastroenterology and Nephrology at Arogyadama SVYASA, Bengaluru. Her work continues to inspire and impact lives through a blend of ancient wisdom and modern science. She is currently pursuing her PhD in naturopathy. Welcome, doctor, and I will hand over the baton to you.
Thank you, Raji.
I
It was so
will
nice
make
to listen to you read about me. Sometimes that gives you that compliment, and that is the whole thing about today's topic. The art of self-care. It's very important. It's very important to know what you are, and getting to listen to what you are from somebody else is also very important in each one of our life. So
absolutely.
I'm very glad that you have chosen me to this platform because your purpose is very true and in depth. It's not very commercial. I know that. So when the purpose is very honest and it is more service oriented and it is a well wishing to a lot of people, then the destiny, the divinity will give us a path to design something like this. So I'm very happy in that path. I am also a part. So it is all pre-planned by the universe. So I leave all that there. So I welcome all of you for this session. As she was mentioning, all of you are from different time zones. So greetings to all of you in the journey of health. So I think we can right away switch to the presentations because a presentation is not uh, very wordy kind of presentations because I don't believe in that. Too much of information is always so toxic. So the presentation is just to keep you engaged. When you feel seeing my face is so boring, you can switch to the presentation and just get back. Yeah. So I just share the
Shall
presentation.
I make you the host, doctor, or is it okay? I mean, you will be able to share.
I'll just check. I think
You
I
check.
can. Oh no,
Otherwise, I'll
no,
be
no. A host is disabled attendee screen sharing. So you will have to make me the co-host.
not able. I'll not able to change the you into co-host, but I'll change you into the host.
Okay.
1 second. Let me try.
Or I'll share the presentation to you. If you can share from there also, it's fine. I can just WhatsApp to you immediately. That doesn't take a lot of time.
No, no problem. I'll make you the host. No problem. Then I'll take the whenever I needed it, I will take it back.
Yeah.
Over to you.
So it is visible.
Yeah, just loading. Yes.
Okay. So we've chosen a topic. It just came into mind. It was not chosen even. So it's the art of self-care, overwhelm to well-being. We're just going to discuss few things. And as we discuss, if you all have your mobile's notepad or a paper pencil or a writing pad, please do note down few questions which are being asked in between. Because towards the end of the session, I do not want an answer from all of you to me, but I want an answer from yourself to yourself. So thereby, please note down if at all you find something which would help you later. Okay. So moving to the topic, yeah, my questions. I have included all possible WH questions of English grammar here. I want you all to contemplate on each of it at least for 10-15 seconds. If you have something, please write it down. And for these questions, if people have some answer, one or two of you, just please give an answer after unmuting yourself if it is possible, or just put a text. That's also fine. First question is, who is self? Is it possible for you to unmute?
Yeah, they should be able to do it, or you can raise the. They should be able to unmute, I think, themselves.
Self is ourselves,
Mhm.
us.
Okay, it's ourselves, us, yes. If someone can type, it's also fine. Okay, so we know that self, the word, its meaning, it is something about ourselves. Great. What is self? Who is self? We know it is me. For Jinsi, it is Jinsi. For Raji, it is Raji. What is self? That question we will answer towards the end. Okay. Why self care? We are self. We know that I Jinsi is self. And why should I care about myself? Because I am born as a person to a parent, and after that I'm growing with siblings. I have brothers and sisters. I'm getting married to a spouse. They are owning me, and after that I have children. They also own me. Then I have grandchildren. I have in-laws. They all kind of own me. It is their responsibility for having a self-care. Why should I do something called self-care? Care is enough, because we always tell people take care. Who's scared? Who cares? We don't really bother about that. It's about just take care. Yeah. So why is that self-care important? How to do it? Yeah. How is that self-care possible? Because we this is something which is very insignificant in all of our lives, because how to do it, I don't know. No, somebody tells join a gym, yes, we go do there, and sometimes we have some social media popping up, some reels, some snippets, some blogs and vlogs which comes and tells you do that, do intermediate fasting, use that oil, change from grains to millets, then in millets you choose this, have only raw food. So, okay, every day you keep changing. 2025 you have a resolution, from Jan 1st to 4th you take it, and after that we dissolve, then again we start something new. Is that self care? Yeah. When self care? Again, this self care, when it's mostly during some festivals, during birthdays, during New Year, we will start with something new and again then pack it all up, finished. Where should you do it? Yes, this group, definitely you're doing some kind of self care with Raji. You might also do something else with some other organizations, or you just go have with an association, you do some therapy there. So where is it? And finally, who should care? For a wife, a husband should plan all these, and we expect that. No, I'm toiling from morning to night in my home, and my husband never bothers um, about how I do, what am I doing, what am I eating. So who should care? So we have all these questions within us all the time. We're not very bothered. We're not clear on all these questions within us, because expectation is a female's jewelry. We are unfortunately born with that. Though we talk a lot of sattvic attitude, we talk a lot about sacrifices, healing, and motherhood. We talk a lot of classy things, and we are masters in that. No husband can win over the talk of a woman for sure. I tell people I'm not a feminist at all. I tell people it's very difficult for men to handle a woman. It's very tough. If at all somebody had won that art, oh, he's great. You should salute him. Somebody is really understood, and some wife telling, oh, this man keeps me happy, then that man should win another category of Nobel Award for sure, because that doesn't happen. The reason, I would tell you a simple reason for that. Male hormones, from the time of their teenage, say around 14 years, 15 years, they start with their teenage and then they grow to adolescence, adult, old age. One hormone, testosterone, androgen, okay? It is not fluctuating. It is there always, constantly. They are the same. Yeah? So they tell before marriage, after marriage, I have not changed. But then women tell that is my problem. You're not changing. You should have changed. There lies my biggest trouble. Yeah. But unfortunately, for us, beginning of the month, 7 days, we are different. The next 7 days, we are different. Third 7 days is post ovulation, we are tremendously different. And the last 7 days, it's before our bleeding. Oh my God, we can't believe ourselves. We turn into monsters. Why are we like this? Because of our hormones. It kind of cyclically changes. Okay. When this cyclically changes, our mood changes. So thereby a man, where he behaves in one particular way in the first 7 days of your life, he feels okay, I've won the heart of my soul partner. Next week he will continue behaving like that. We will not accept because our hormone changed. Now he's in a fix. Hare, last week when I brought this stuff at home, she was like, oh, this is my favorite. And this week, how dare you bring it again? Because our mood changed. The very next week, it again changed. Thereby, we are not very clear on what we want, and our expectations are different. And we keep pointing out to 100 things because we are not sure how to get it. Thereby we think that someone should bring and give that peace to me, someone should bring and take care of my health, someone should pamper me, someone should pay attention to me, someone should satisfy my dreams. And we don't take the responsibility of self, but we take the responsibility of the entire planet. We always feel that the whole globe is on my finger, and you're like, do that, do this. If you don't do this, what happens? You just torture your children. No, this has to happen this way. No, no, if it is like your assumptions are, we are assumption queens. We can predict till 2047 what is going to happen. No, we assume a lot of things, but what we forget is myself, what I have to do, I don't know. The whole planet a woman can handle, but not herself. And as days pass by, as age progresses, there comes the trouble because at that point of time, you get weaker, you're not able to handle a lot of things, and you miss something in your life which you're not able to identify. No one can identify. A woman's mind, it's like a Pandora's box. You really don't know what actually goes in and goes out. So at that point of time, you get frustration. So this frustration in a woman usually starts after 35 because until then she's very busy because schooling, college, they're more into studies and activities. Then pre-marriage, they're dreaming of their wedding. And after wedding, they understand this is not all what I dreamt of. Okay, finally, child and child growth because it becomes a mandatory responsibility. Child is grown and now you have some time and you just reflect back, you're confused. What did I do all these years? I don't know. What am I to do next? I don't know. Am I a waste soul sitting here? I don't know. Then there should be somebody coming and instilling in you that yourself is very important. You are an important person because you've contributed a lot. Now take some time to reflect on yourself, but then that doesn't happen to everybody. Chosen people like you, me, we understand that self care is important. Somewhere, divine has pulled and pushed us into some path where we understand our own inner self is very important. It is required for us to pamper ourselves, but not everybody. And here, whoever are here, you're not just taking all this for yourself, but your brand ambassadors. At least each one of you should propagate things to at least 5 people, so that 100 people are benefited. Then that is how it spreads, because self care is very contagious, more popular than COVID-19. Seeing somebody only we will do because we are that monkeys. Still, there are some genes of monkeys remaining in us. You see, and then you do. We can't do it by ourselves. So it's okay for us to imitate good things and spread that fragrance across the world. So for that, we should first understand on how clearly we can tell this to people, because how the communication among women happen is Hey, I heard that bindi taken this way, it is doing something. Okay, then that lady takes. Then some other woman comes and tells, oh, I have heard that if you take lady's finger, bindi, I'm meaning lady's finger, if you take lady's finger this way, you're going to get some problem. Okay, then stop. We don't know the truth of a lot of things, and thereby we don't have clarity. So the spread of the message is wrong, and we are not confident on ourselves. So it is important to first understand self. And these words are very commonly used in speeches, when you talk about things, when you write something, we use, but understanding is very less. And these are the terms which are very, very, you know, intensified words. Just self, self worth, self respect, self esteem, self confidence. So these words we use so many times. I have a lot of self confidence, but are we really meaning it? No. So the self care, self esteem, self respect are very important. And if you have all these with you, then there is nothing we have to fear in this world at all, not even death. Because you're very clear on what is there, then the fear of death also just flies away from you. When you start trusting yourself, you will start trusting the people around you. Now, each mother, I think all of you here are mothers, sisters, mother-in-laws, grandmas. Yeah, we all have a fear. If I die, what will happen to the entire family? And that is the fear of death in a woman. It is not the other way around. I will lose my relationship when I go. It's not that. It's about that responsibility she owns, because she owns responsibility for everybody else in the family, but not for her. But if she has a self responsibility, even the fear of death will go, because she will start understanding each one's responsibility is their headache. You will never feel that my daughter's health to marriage to employment to later things after they become an adult is my response. You will forget that. As a child, yes, definitely it is a parent's responsibility. But once you grow as an adult, you will no more feel that it is my responsibility. Your husband, of course, you expect a lot, you have to serve a lot, your duties, responsibilities are there, but his vision, his dreams, his earnings, his things, it is a bit of his responsibility as well. You don't have to take up that completely. Everybody is born with a different karma, and everybody has to go through the karma in a different way and finally end with whatever is their due thing. You cannot control that. Unfortunately, all of us are not born together to go together. Unfortunately, all of us have not come through the same genetic makeup, so that you try to make every genetic makeup the same way as you are there. Cannot. My principle is like that. My husband should follow that, my children should follow that. Forget my in-laws, daughter-in-law, son-in-law should follow that. There starts the problem, because we feel this is what I have done. I have to make a mirror image of every people around. We are not Indian robots to make clones to have similar people around. Everybody has a different self, and everybody's self worth, self esteem, self care methodology, self confidence is different. It is not your responsibility. First slide itself, I want you to drop the thought that somebody else self remote is with me. No, we don't have. We have only one remote which can control our own self. This Alexa works only for ourselves. But what we shouldn't, like, Alexa, my daughter should study this course only. Alexa, my daughter-in-law should behave like this only. It doesn't work. Alexa can work only for yourself. Okay, with this clear thought, we will go to the next slide and I'll ask your next question. Yeah. Self-care, as we told, I told you I'll answer the question of what is self later. This is self. Self is not your external makeup. Unfortunately, we all think that self care is about having good physique, being diseaseless, keeping your blood glucose level, say, in your HbA1c below 6. Your cholesterol should be normal, your thyroid hormone should be normal, your HB should be 12, 13. And we think if all these are there, you take your yearly medical reports and you see everything perfect. You think it is self care. No, that is just one dimension of self, physical dimension alone. Keeping your skin neat, your organs good, your health is good, you're able to dance even at the age of 60, you're able to sing even at the age of 80, you're able to do your own household works even at the age of 90, doesn't mean self care. It is just physical health. But then, if you have to consider the whole of self, at least these 10 should be 50% satisfied. I wouldn't even tell 100% satisfied. It is not possible in today's world, because you might ask me, it's all very classy, fancy things, and you tell 100% self care is possible. No, Me being in the field of medicine, practicing for the last 20 years, naturopathy and things, understanding a lot, doing counseling for a lot of people, still it is not possible for me to have 100 percentage of these 10 things. It is not possible. But at least 50% we will pass in all these. Then yourself is worth projecting, and you will have that 100% contentment in your life. If 50 percentage of each of these are satisfied, then 100% contentment will definitely walk into your life. Okay, so the dimensions are physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, spatial, professional, intellectual, financial, and recreational. Okay, so these 10 dimensions should be taken care of. So in today's presentations, today's interactions we are having, we will understand each of these dimensions. What all do we mean by telling these care of social dimension, care of intellectual dimension? What do we mean, and what all can be done? In a quick thing, we will see. Please note down: are you catering to all of these? Physical, yes. Mental, no. Emotional, yes. So as we finish with each slide, write down your lacuna and key, so that during our interactions we can interact on, is it possible, is it really possible to work on it? Okay, so the first one is physical. So what aspects of your physical health do you prioritize, and which aspects may get neglect? Just contemplate. These questions are a contemplating question for you. What aspects of your physical health do you prioritize? Is it your looks, your digestion, or your sleep, your hunger pattern, or your mobility? I'm able to do all the works Monday to Sunday, at least 10 hours I'm able to look at all my household things, then I'm physically fit. So what is that you prioritize, and what are the things that you neglect? Sometimes it can be sleep. So these are the major four things where you're prioritizing and neglecting. Sleep routine, is it really right? Are you at least sleeping 7 hours a night? 7 hours of sleep. I'm not telling in a 24-hour cycle, because some people might tell me 2 to 3 in the afternoon I sleep. There by night I'm just sleeping for 4 hours. No, it doesn't work. Whole night, when the sky is dark, when the lights are off, are you sleeping at least 7 hours? Because a woman requires 7 hours of sleep. 5 and 6 are not sufficient. Okay. If yes, yes, your sleep routine is fine. Nutrition. Is your digestion very good? Say, I wouldn't even ask you every morning, do you pass your motions the first thing? Even if that is not there, at least once a day, are you passing your motion completely? And if you're passing your motion, is your motion of proper constitution, consistency? Is it loose? Is it very hard? You have to literally strain. Is it sticky that you can't even clean up easily? Is it like bits and pieces of motions and lot of gas? Then your digestion is not very good. Your metabolism is not very good. Thereby, your nutrition is not very good, because that is one way by which you can understand whether your nutrition is good, through your motions. If not motions, the other thing would be your fatigue level. I just get tired very quickly. Morning, I have to literally push myself to get up. I don't feel the rigor and vigor to get up and start my day. Then also there's some problem with your metabolism. Okay. Am I sleeping very late at night? And maybe you eat your food by night. I don't think this group would be doing that, because you're already into something called holistic living. So it must not be that. So these things, I really don't want to focus more on it. Whatever queries you have on these parts, we will discuss towards the end of the session. Okay. So nutritional part can be understood through your motions, your fatigue level, your sleep, that energy, what you have towards starting the day. If these are not right, then your nutrition somewhere is wrong. You definitely need help from an expert. Okay. And your healthcare, yeah, you go for your routine tests and pains. You have joint pains. Your sugar levels are high. Your thyroids are low. So, do you have something of those? Physical movement. What is that you do to have all your joints and muscles moved in a day? Definitely, this group is doing yoga, but if somebody in your home are not doing it, then they're not physically healthy. Because if just two joints, no, say today's generation have only this joint working continuously, the other joints have all gone, because just scrolling, touching, even the laptops have become touchscreen. So it's all like no. Previously, these evil spirits draining off would be there by tantris and all. So they only do these kind of movements and all, but today's young generation are fixated with that. They don't have other physical movement. It's very important to understand that we are placed with 206 bones, a lot of muscles, so many nadis. It's important that every day you check whether it works. Otherwise, towards the end of few years, we will all rust up like a Parker pen. Because if somebody gives you a Parker pen, we keep it very safe so that we use it for a conference or something very important to sign a very important document. You take that Parker pen after 6 months and you write, it doesn't write because we think it's very precious and don't use it. It's done. So we do the same thing with our body. We think it's very precious and we don't move it. So with the laptops, with your work nature, you're always this, and one fine day when you try to move this, the back muscle might ache very badly. So these aspects are your physical aspects, and keep a note on, are you prioritizing all these or you're neglecting? If neglecting, please note it down now only, where all are you negligent. So a lot of physical, these slides anyways I'll give it to you. There are a lot of physical self care ideas on how on a daily basis, whatever little things you can do. More things, yes, if you have a lot of time, you have good guidance, please go for a lot of physical self care ideas. If not, at least move your body daily, take probiotics or multivitamins in the form of food. I would not tell artificial probiotics and multivitamins, but if that is not available and you're deficient in it, then find out which are the best probiotics with less chemicals and best multivitamins with less chemicals from an expert and start taking that. Sit in the sun as and when possible. If you are in a place where summer is good, please sit in the sun at least 6 months in a year. It is very important. But if you are in a place where sun, right, even in Bangalore, sometimes sun is not very good. So in that case, go for a vitamin D supplement, because vitamin D these days are not just giving deficiencies, not just giving bone issues, it is giving digestion issues, infertility, liver issues, memory power, so many things that vitamin D is taking care of. So it's very important that a body has vitamin D in it. Eat a healthy, nourishing meal. There will be people with 2 meals per day, 3 meals per day. Don't fall for the fads of social media. Understand your body's language before choosing what you want. Just because your neighbor is doing that and she looks beautiful, the beautiful thing maybe because her mother is beautiful, and you think that when I eat what she eats, I will also become pretty like her. No, please don't do that. We fall in for Shilpa Shetty, Deepika Padukone, and they come and tell, this is what I eat, and you start eating. Just go look at their parents, their gene, and which culture they belong to. Do they belong to a fair complex skin race? Then that is the reason why they are like that. It's not always because of what fashion they follow, and they are just advertising. Understand your body's language before choosing what is required for you. Okay. Drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. A cleansing drink is very good, but if that is not possible, also, first thing should be water as soon as you wake up. Have a soothing bath, go for nature, walk, get at least 7 to 9 hours sleep at night. 7 is minimum and mandatory. Coming to the second component, it is the mental component. What are the things that you love about yourself? We will actually go, because we have 10 components to at least give a small thought process. So we will go a little quickly on whatever we already know. What are the things that you love about yourself? This question should be asked by you. You love your husband, you love your home, you love your pet dog, you love to cook. These are all not for yourself. Whatever you like for yourself is very important. And also, do you have a personal identity? Don't tell your names. Identity. No, like, for example, I am known for something to people. That's my personal identity. Similarly, are you known for something other than his wife, her mother, his sister? Rather than that, do you have an identity where people can tell he is her son, her husband? That is important. Personal identity is important. Do we have one? For this development of this, who am I? To develop that self esteem, honoring yourself, having hobbies for yourself is very important to have a proper mental self care. So you set goals, even if it's a mini goal, it is very important. Practice gratitude, because women generally practice revenge and vengeance. That grudge is always there. Forgiving, it happens very orally, verbally, thinking, telling that we are very sacrificing, but we generally regret and have a lot of guilt. In my last almost 20 years of my career, when I counsel women, I understand that they have a lot of regret, suppressed emotions in them. Start practicing gratitude. Do a social media detox, practice positive thinking, play some game, with your husband, your children, with your association, with people around. I knew a couple, they were in their 80s. They used to pray word scramble, telling that we start forgetting a lot. Both of them are professors in Australia. And they were like, we were so brilliant all these years, but then now we start getting forgetfulness. And so we play word scramble at least half an hour per day. That is mental self-care. Yeah. So you can write things, read a lot of books, learn some new skills, even if you're aging. It's never late. No, I started realizing when I enrolled for PhD this year. So it's never too late. Sometimes I feel my own students are sitting with me in the PhD classroom, but I started feeling very young. It's nice to learn after so many years. When they give an exam for an hour and you have to finish things in an hour, I started feeling, oh my God, I've lost the skills of my writing because it's been 20-25 years that we've not taken exams. So it was, I think my last exam was somewhere in 2002, and after that, no exams. So now I'm like feeling, oh my God, not 2002, 2007, 8 was my last exams. And after that, you're not writing. So now this is something new, and that keeps my brain very alert. So it is never late to start something new. Emotional self care, for which you should understand what are the components that I should take care in emotions. How do you identify and communicate your emotions, and how do you manage your strong emotions? This is where a lot of our women lack. Let me ask you, are you all managing your emotions? Other than crying silently or shouting at people around you, are we managing our emotions efficiently? Efficiently actually matters a lot, because sometimes women, yeah, because we are feminine, we are stereotyped to be like that. You cannot raise your voice in and around, go at night and cry, why my fate is like this, call all the bhagawans around the world and then cry. Or you just show anger on not the person who is the source of your anger, but to everybody else, children, to whomever, mother, mostly mother. When you get married, then your anger is on your mother, as if she is the culprit behind everything, because you only gave birth to me, kind. We are not managing it efficiently, and when you don't manage it efficiently, either it becomes a suppressed emotion which takes a toll on your health for sure, or it becomes an expressed emotion in a different place and you get enemies. You start getting their anger, they start feeling kind of distance with you, and you start regretting for that. Oh, because of me and my emotions, I lost the relationship with my father, my mother, my brother, my children. You start regretting. So either you end up in suppressed angers, that relentlessness, or guilt, or regret. Finally, there is no proper expression of emotions. Nobody has told that women should not express her emotions. But unfortunately, no one has taught how to express the emotion. So they tell express your emotions. How, we do not know. So we express the way we want and again end up in problem. So when problem come, then women think, no, no, no. This is why I didn't express my emotion. I should have kept quiet. So again suppress. So we are in between that suppress and express, but don't know how to do it. The formula we don't know. If you know that, then there is no strong weapon other than a woman, for sure. It is very important to break some stereotypes. There is nothing wrong in breaking stereotypes if you have self confidence. If you don't have self confidence, if you don't have that self worth and identity, then breaking a stereotype is very difficult. That is why it is important to have self care. If you have to tell some ideology to your husband, oh, this is how it has to happen, you should have that self worth. Simply you just go and tell, don't I have value with this family? They had given so much of dowry and got married to you. You should listen to me. No, there is no point. If you have to go tell something to your boss, I'm also an employee here, I have equal rights, I will tell. No. First, produce your self confidence and self identity, and then go ask for something. Then go pray, put your views. They will accept it. Even then, if they are not accepting it, you're in a wrong place. Move from there. I'm not telling that once you tell, the whole world will change, your husband will transform and he will see you like Devatar. No. Even after you have your self quality, self identity, self worth, you do all self care, your emotions, you're battling very well, and you have your personal identity. People admire you a lot, except your husband. The whole world is in praise of you. And you go and tell this to your husband, and still he's not, no, understanding you, he's torturing you, tormenting, then you're in the wrong place. Either accept he is wrong and still continue living, don't try changing him, or move from that place. We are not trees that I have to live here only, I cannot travel, I cannot book an Ola. It's not that. You can just move away. So it's very important to identify, should I accept? Should I forgive? Should I change? Should I transform? Or should I ignore and move away? So, if to understand that, it is very important to have all these emotion, mental, physical, stamina, and self care. Okay. So to have some emotional build on yourself, it is I think in yoga generally you tell a lot of positive affirmations. What actually Raji did towards the beginning of the session, it's to understand that you're there in that place. She told a very beautiful wording in the beginning. Just keep yourself grounded there. It even helped me because I was with my household things and I just came for my session. It's important to have that breath and just get yourself grounded. It is important. Journaling your feelings are important. Sometimes there are certain feelings you don't know whether it is right or wrong, and you throw those expressions to somebody and then end up into big fight. First journal and see, then read and see once whether what you're feeling is really silly, stupid, cheap, or really worth it. You will only understand whether I should express it, modify it, or ignore it. Okay. Practice self love. It is very important to love yourself. First, if you love yourself only, you will know how to love others. Otherwise, it's all artificial. Spend time with yourself without zero distractions. Any woman, people know, when you get some time, women generally don't take the time for herself. Just close the door, sit somewhere, watch a movie, read something, pray. We don't do. We have disturbances at home. If I tell this, all of you would tell, ha, this is not possible, madam. The moment I sit simply, my husband will come and ask for a chai. My daughter will ask for something, where have you kept this and all that. My mother-in-law will come and tell, please take this, cook for night. Where do I have time? Find time. It's important to create that boundary right from the beginning itself. Okay. And when you feel like crying, have a good cry. Ask for help when you need it. Set clear boundaries to protect your energy. If you feel a place is very negative, go and get yourself toiled and tormented there. Then come and tell, Hayo, that was a negative place. You knew it was negative. Set clear boundaries. Don't make negative things enter yourself. Teach this to your children as well. And if nothing works, speak to a therapist. It's important. If you can't help your emotion by yourself, then speaking to a therapist and getting your emotional reset done is important. See, when your digestion is not good, when you're not able to pass motions for 10 days, aren't you going to a doctor? Because you feel that my waste is inside, it is not going out. Or you have loose motions from morning to night 25 times, you have loose motions. The very next day only you will go to a doctor and ask him to stop it because your energy is going out. Similarly, when your emotion is drained and you have no more positive energy, or when you have a lot of things suppressed in you and you're not able to put that energy out, it is important to talk to a therapist and get yourself reset, because how a metabolism, absorption of nutrients are important in a body, it is very important. Similar way, the emotional metabolism. Otherwise, the emotional nutrient you will not get. You will just be like a motor. Switch it on, it'll work till night. Switch it off, it's gone. That's all. You should not be like a motorized mind. Physical body is kind of a motor. You eat, there is energy, and then you work. When work is fatigue, giving you fatigue, you again eat, then you still work. That is just like a machine. We are not this machine. Your emotions also should be addressed the same way. If your blood glucose is going down, similarly think, is my love going down? Is my affection going down? My cholesterol is going up. Will I get a heart attack? My grief is going up, my anger is going up, will I get a heart attack, will I have a emotional attack? Every body, every organ, the way importance you give, the same importance has to give to given to every emotional component as well. Okay. Coming to social self-care, how are you ensuring your social needs are met while also respecting and maintaining your boundaries? Today, here I've just put few things. Today what we see is, in the name of social health, women do rubbish because they feel, suddenly we feel, no, okay, because we say woman has to take the higher upper hand, we should empower. So women empowerment is the theme of every woman's day, mother's day, international, national, I'm empowering a woman. So we don't know how to empower that. It's not by losing your femininity. I don't believe in modernization, urbanization, bringing Western thoughts to a woman, and thereby a woman becomes empowered. Women drink, women smoke, she can use drugs, she can wear minimal clothing and walk around, and that is empowerment. No, that is fashion. You are just imbibing some different culture into you. Say somebody puts a bindi along and you feel okay, that bindi is nice, and you change your bindi pattern. Some districts of India or some states of India have a different way of wearing salwar sari. You imbibe that, that is okay. But the same way you're also imbibing some Western culture and bringing into you, that is just imbibing, that is not empowering. We think that Indian culture is bad, Western culture is good, bringing that to us is empowerment. It's very wrong. Empowerment is about social empowerment. Especially, it is about you're able to talk your views, you're able to talk to your people, friends around, you don't have suppression in that. You can confidently go to a group of people and express your ideas. You have an association, you're able to put forward your idea, you're able to tell a no. That is social empowerment. Be it in a family, somebody is asking you to do something and you cannot do it, please say a no there. If you have an office and your boss is asking you to do something which is very mean and that doesn't allow your self respect to do it, explain it very communicatively, not just cry and walk away or just throw your resignation walk away, but confidently putting forward that no, this is not my cup of tea, I cannot do it, sir. If you're able to do that, then there is social empowerment. Then there is social self care in you. It's not about just blogging and vlogging and creating reels. If there is no, now there is that Kanta song which has come out, everybody dances for that. That is enjoyment, I agree to it. So if there are a lot of people liking you in the social media, that is perfectly nice, but that is not social self care. I have 1,000 likes, thereby I have cared about my social identity. No. Today, social identity is identified by your self worth only. But unfortunately, we are all behind social media. Number of hearts. I sometimes feel so pity in the Facebook and Insta. Somebody has put a message. So and so, we are deeply saddened to announce say that this person passed away, had a very untimely death. The whole association is grieving. There is a message, okay, a condolence message. For that, what is a thumbs up? You see in Facebook, even for a condolence message, people have like. Oh, I was just waiting for his death. He died. This is bad because we have gone to such a stage that we don't even read what is there in the social media. We just like everything on every trash in the world. No, that is not social self care. Social self care is about identifying what you like in the society and what you don't like in the society. If somebody else like that, needn't be your liking. You go to a hotel and everybody wants to have a pizza because it's Western, and or everybody wants to have some junky food and they say this is nice. Everybody are ordering for a Coke and you don't want to drink it, but you feel that's a social commitment. Today, many people, many guys of IT, they drink, and they drink and they tell, no, 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 this is a social culture. If I don't drink, what will happen? It's like, are you drinking aspirin or clopidogrel, which is an anticoagulant to stop your heart from clotting? No, it is not required for you to drink because it's a peer pressure, it's a social influence. If you're able to tell a no over there, no, I don't. This we don't have a culture of drinking, we don't have a culture of eating this and this. That is social self-care. You don't have to abide to social norms because somebody will like me only then. You put some reels and dances and songs and some posts in Facebook so that somebody likes you. To let them like me. How many likes have I got? They don't care about, they don't know who you are. That's why I'm telling. Even if it's a death message, even if it's a sad message, they are liking it. So they have not seen what you've done. It's just a like. Okay, Raji has put something because I know Raji. Okay, she will feel bad if I'm not liking it and I'm liking it. What if the message was something which is a saddening one? I should at least choose my emoji properly, na? So don't look at what others will tell about you. First, look at whether I'm happy doing such and such a thing, then do it. If it is not hurting somebody, then do whatever you like. If it's hurting somebody, then take a pause. Your doings should never hurt another individual. Okay. So these are some social self care. like limit time with negative people, build an engaged community, message a friend to tell them why you're so grateful for them. It's very important. The way you feel that somebody should come and tell nice to you, please start behaving in such a way. Every day at least to two people, appreciate them for what they have done. They will feel very nice about it, and they will have your name very close to their heart, because nowadays somebody appreciating, they will keep them close to heart, they'll try coming closer to them. Okay, talk to a support group in case you need a help, learn to say no, uh, write mails or letters to a friend, which is again a vanished stuff, but still hang out with a friend with zero distractions. You're a very close friend, you just want some be time, please do that. Spiritual self care. Do you feel a sense of meaning or purpose in your life? Are you engaging in spiritual practice that you find fulfilling? If this is not about religion, it is about spirituality. Religion is way different from spirituality. Maybe a lot of you follow a religion or not. The spiritual dimension is the only thing which will keep you grounded. Otherwise, no, we think I was doing all this for so many years, as if you can control the whole world. It's never that. The moment you start feeling I can do a lot of things, yes, that is self confidence. That confidence is required. I'm not asking you to become very inferior, but taunting others, thinking that I am better, there lies another problem. Amidst your family, if there is a conflict, this is majorly because of this. I told her, she didn't do it, I would have done it better. If she, because she's done it is not good, my daughter-in-law is cooking, oh, it was not that worth, I would have done better. That is ego. Everybody has their own capacity. Understanding that capacity and surrendering and respecting that capacity of each and everyone is spirituality. Because in spirituality there is one goal. That goal is every soul is potentially divine. No religion tells that I'm sending this soul, which is a PhD soul, this soul has double masters, this soul is recommended specially by Narendra Modi ji. No, we don't have that. A soul, when put to the earth, is divine. Whether it is mine, yours, a handicapped person, a deaf, dumb, mentally retarded guy, an autism kid, whosoever it is, the soul is potentially divine. The physique might be different. One person might be beautiful than the other one. Intellectual capacity could be different because of genetic composition. One might be deceased, not deceased. But soul does not have that. It comes pure, and if it is very pure the same way, it goes back to the same place. If it's not very pure, then it goes for the next. You have in washing machine, na, heavy rinse, heavy soak, very, tumble dry. So many things are there. If it's for carpets and things, you have a different mode. So if you're very clean, then the cleaning time is easier and you go back to the same place. But if you gather a lot of dirt, then it has to be cleansed. First round of cleansing, second round of cleansing, second janma, third janma, seventh janma, and after that I don't know whether more janmas are there or whatever. You clean, you have to clean and get it back because it came out clean. So there you should understand the concept. Finally, what is going to remain is the soul. Body goes to ashes, mind and thoughts goes as memories, soul remains. Soul is very potential, and there all of us are equal, and that thought will come to you only when you're spiritual. And if you're spiritual and if that thought comes to you, then there is no more fight. Why fight with your husband? His soul is also potentially divine. Why fight with your daughter in law? Her soul is also potentially divine, and she has a different mode of conducting it. You think that you're right and they are all wrong. They think that they are right and you're wrong. But unfortunately, it is just a mismatch of perception. The moment you realize that, that realization can come only when a spiritual energy is behind you, because our life is uncertain, cannot be decided by ourselves. If the life itself is uncertain, then don't make your activities at home very certain and you want it to happen in the way you want. God, if you all believe in God, God wants us to live 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this way. Are we doing that? No. When God is wanting, a human being is not able to. Then why a mother-in-law should want that the daughter-in-law should be doing this? We don't have that much of power as God. So then you should realize we don't have enough power with us to dictate the people around us, because there is some supreme power which guides me, she, him, her, my children, and so many others. Thereby, spiritual self care is important so that you become a good human being, and people will miss you when you're not there. People will miss your soul when it is not here. That is the important meaning of life. When somebody dies, of course, the memories should fade, the grief should fade, but the person itself should fade. No, then there is no point that you have lived in this world. Somebody should miss you. If she here, it was nice. That feeling should be there. If you could create that feeling, then your spiritual self care's agenda is accomplished. Okay, spatial. Most of the time, our homes we design in such a way like how other people want, or it's all designed and dictated by somebody. As a woman, it is very important to cultivate an energy that works for you in any space you spend a considerable amount of time in. Say to brighten up your home, you want some plants, want some scented candles, have that. If you have to have curtains changed, if you have to have your bed sheets changed, you want a specific color of things around you, have it for yourself. Create that as a whole family's thing, but for yourself, whatever you want, create a space that way so that you feel good about. Today's women are definitely doing that. They change their workspace, they change the teacup. I used to feel I change my teacup on and off. That gives me a good feel. For a while the same cup. I just get bored of it. I change my hairstyle on and off because that is my spatial change. Because that monotonicity people don't like. We are not very okay with having monotonous feeling. We are not very okay with having the same stuff, same routine every day and every time. Change it. Change your dressing style. Change the ambience of your room. You want some agarbattis at times. You can choose that way and create some space for yourself. A space of reading, a space of listening to music. You love listening to music, and most of the women, where do they listen to music? In the kitchen, cooking with airports, and that doesn't make sense. You should have a space for that. To really enjoy that space, say evenings for half an hour, I'll go sit in the balcony. I have a space for myself. I have a nice chair with cushions around. You have a small foot rest. Place your feet over there. Then listen to music. That has a change. But cooking and listening to music, sweeping and listening to music is not your spatial self care. Keep that ambience for yourself. In a week, say half a day is your time. Tell people in your home, there is no problem in telling no. Today is this day, father and children should cook. This is my time to read a book. Go read a book at that time. Have your ambience set very well. Have a small writing pad. Just read for a while. You will start feeling good for the next week. Finally, you want to serve your family. If you want to serve your family happily with good amount of good hormone, recharge yourself every week so that the next week you do it better. Don't drain out after 40 years, 45 years and say, I'm bedridden, somebody take care of me. And then start blaming the whole world. You people didn't take care of me during my pregnancy. You people didn't take care of me during my, menopause. And now I am like this. What is the point? You have lost what has to be lost. So to not lose and to serve better, it is important to have that CL every day. Every housewife, homemaker should also have a week off. Choose the day which you want. Say some Tuesday, you tell today this is what I will cook, and this day is a rest day for me. Have a break from the routine and have the spatial self care done properly. Okay. Next one is professional. I don't know how many of you work here. It is important to have a professional demarcation as well. Professional self care meaning, if your work is very satisfactory, continue with that work. If your work is not at all satisfactory, please move from that work. For moving from that work, you know what you should have? The previous six things: physical self-care, mental self-care, emotional self-care. All these, if it's there only, you'll be able to move. Otherwise, you will be like, oh, yo, if I go forward from who will give me job? I don't know other job, because your other self were not taken care of. So you feel this profession is my lifetime death sentence. Until I die, I will be working in this place. Just move. You know how many places I have moved from? I was living, I am a born brought up of Tamil Nadu. Though I'm a Malayali, I'm a native of Kerala. But then my schooling to college, my work, everything happened in Tamil Nadu. I'm married to a person from Kerala only, but then still we were working in Tamil Nadu because scope of naturopathy is pretty good there. We have a lot of colleges. We had good, we had a good place as well to work over there. My husband was working in Tamil Nadu, and then he got a government job. He moved to Maharashtra. Before that, it was like if you take from the place where he is living in, if he takes a left, he would come and meet me. Okay. He got a promotion. He was a principal of a medical college. He went there. Now I was working in the same place. I was working in Coimbatore. I started feeling very monotonous. I wanted some job satisfaction. I want to explore more. And SVASA was my favorite from time immemorial. I thought I'll come here and expand my dimensions. And I, of course, wanted to pursue higher studies as well. So I just told my husband, I'm moving to Bangalore. He was like, hi, my God, how can you decide something like this? I was in Coimbatore. He was not with me because he got promoted. He moved to a different place. So every weekend he takes a left and he comes to Coimbatore. So I was telling him, there's no change. You're in your place. I'm not changing anything in your life. Instead of taking a left and you coming to Coimbatore, you have to now take a right and come to Bangalore. There's no change. You have to just change your direction of your weekend travel. So he was like, no, 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 now we are going to different place. Hare Baba, if I was with you and I'm changing my place, yes, there is a change in your life completely. Because I will be cooking for him, I'll be doing everything for him. He's already self-sufficient. He's chosen a job because it's a higher position. He's moved away from me. So don't I have the right to move to a place when I wanted? So I just informed him. I took a drastic move of changing my place from there. I moved to Bangalore 3.5 years ago, and every week he was coming. As I told, instead of taking or putting a left indicator from his college gate, he started putting a right indicator, travel to Bangalore, because he was in Salem. Salem is a mid place between Coimbatore and Bangalore, same road. What big change? I didn't go to Jharkhand or somewhere, no. So it was very near. Then after a month, he was used to it and he was enjoying coming to Bangalore because SVSI is also his favorite. So whenever he comes to my campus, and then he knows a lot of people more than me because even during his college days, he was very acquainted with SVSI. He started becoming happy just because of that one word. Why are you going? If I had stopped, I would have just been there. And I had the voice to tell that because I took good self care of myself. I knew that this decision would not go wrong. And now, after me coming to Bangalore, he moved to Maharashtra. What if I had stayed in Coimbatore? That would have been very bad, no? I would have regretted now. See, when you got a central government ka job, you moved, but I am still sitting here. If I had taken a decision 3 years before, I would have been in Bangalore. I would have been with the same drama, like every other drama queen. So he just moved. Now I asked him, and he told me that I'm like, good, it's your career. You have all rights to take care of that. But our family commitments and responsibilities has to be taken care by both of us. And we understand that. So as a father, as a husband, he's satisfying his roles, and as a mother and wife, I'm also doing that. But this distance, this is not the stereotype of the world. People will be like, hey, both of you are in different space. Okay, if we are together and there is a problem with us, will you come there? No, we only have to sort it out. It's just a picture which is seen in the world, which is exactly Maya. What goes through with you is your own story. You don't have to explain that to the whole world. So I tell people at times we will put a DP with three of us so that people understand, yes, yes, they are together. You don't have to explain everybody that you're here. As if no, so much of care towards my husband that he doesn't get wife cooked food. So people are all wondering, oh, she's not with you. That empathy is sometimes so toxic and torturous. I tell, let's not worry on all that. Let's do what keeps us happy. And we're happy. He's very happy with his career. I'm very happy with my career. My daughter is educated here, and we will move in together sometime. It's just some few years ka thing, and it's for the benefit of all of us. Why this comes, because of the professional self care which both of us took, and this decision we were able to take because all the other things that self care was there in that journey. Otherwise, we will be regretting, blaming, fight, conflict. Then we start your mother, your father, my father. This conflict comes, and now touchwood that is not there. Yeah. Okay. The next is intellectual self care. There is no big difference between professional self care and intellectual self care. The only thing is, professional self care should directly impact your career, whereas intellectual self care is about the impact it has on your personal growth and understanding of the world. This is about learning a new language, learning a musical instrument, reading a book, writing a story. Though you're an engineer, you can still author a children's book like Sudhamurti ji. She is not a writer. She's a very nice engineer, first woman. She was the only woman during her times in that college, but now she's known as an writer. Should she really write? Will can is her bread and butter by the books she sells? She's Infosys wife, yeah. She can just aram say sit and eat for generations. But she writes. That is her intellectual thing. That is the intellectual self care. The amount of self satisfaction she gets by reading those books And those books, the feedbacks and reviews she gets through that, the children who admire her, that keeps her intellectual self-care and that self-esteem at higher level. It's not only money that counts. If money is there, okay, now I'll aram se sit and cook from morning to night. No, she tells she's a very bad cook. I saw in one of her interviews, she was telling, I really don't know to even make coffee, because she loves traveling and she took that decision. She's not with her husband anytime. Are they not happy? Somewhere now we started seeing them as very ideal couple. They might have problem, they might have conflict, but both of them took their self care as the priority, thereby they are together. Unfortunately, we all think, we are prejudiced that way. If you take care of yourself, then you're not a good wife. If you're taking care of yourself, you think about yourself, you're selfish and you're not a good mother. That's wrong. Your child should learn from you that self care is important. Then tomorrow she will not suicide by having a bad husband. Children, I know to take care of me. You see the amount of suicides these days. See the amount of anger which pops in people. Very recently I read a news. Zomato or Swiggy delivery boy was killed by a person. He was he was driving. I think his mirror was hit by that Swiggy wala guy. This guy chased him for 2 kilometers and hit him. He died on the spot. That's how the anger of a child is, because they don't know how to control and self care their emotion. Maybe they didn't learn from their parents itself. It's very important to show and be that role model for our children on how to handle emotions, health, mental care, intellect, self care importantly. If we don't know that, then we are failing as a parent as well. Yeah. Financial, yes. So this, I'm not very detailedly telling about it, but it is very important that you're financially as well having a good self. It's not about having more money. It is to understand, even if you're not an earning woman, if you're just a housewife, your husband is earning some amount of money. With that money, how to make life happy, that is in a woman's hand. It is important for us to plan our life based on our financial backup rather than plan a bigger life and search for money. Instead, be content with your financial stability and plan your life accordingly. If your child is not in the topmost school, nobody is going to question you. It's your choice. So let's do seeing what we have rather than do something and then try to facilitate that by overworking, getting loans, and taking that pressure on yourself. That is called as financial self care. And finally, it is about recreational self care. This is something which is my favorite. No, have a pamper day, get creative, just like that. Watch a movie, play something, spend time with nature, join in some classes. After 2 3 months, you feel bored of that class. Okay, join some other class, go for dance, travel with your family or friends, however you like. Recreation in life is very important. It is important to recreate yourself. Recreational, the word, if you see, it's recreate something which you've missed in your childhood, recreate it once again. Something what you had done and that gave you good memories, and you feel I'm very old. That's okay. Recreate it. Recreate wearing a new attire. Recreate going to a same place. Recreate your wedding event. Say now you're 55 and your husband is 60. Your children are all married, they've gone somewhere. Recreate your honeymoon. There's nothing wrong in that. Nobody is told after this you should not go to honeymoon. There is only a problem before marriage you should not go for honeymoon, but that itself is becoming a trend these days in the name of friends with benefit, without benefit, living together. That has become a trend. And you're legally married. Why can't you recreate going for a honeymoon after 55? There is nothing wrong in it. Talking about that to your husband, talking romantically to your husband even at the age of 50 or 60 is not wrong. It can be done. That is why these activities are called recreate. So recreational activity is very important no matter what your age is. Age is just a number. That's all. uh, Finally, people are going to die, and today even we cannot predict death at any age. Today's world and the lifestyle and the amount of artificiality we have in others, you cannot predict your life. I tell people, wake up like a daily wage laborer. Don't wake up like a doctor, engineer, government servant. Wake up like a daily wage laborer. You know what he does? He wakes up, he'll be like, who will call me for work? Then somebody will call him for plumbing, for electrical work, to clean the garbage, to cut the leaves and branches of trees, and he gets some money. He comes, he eats, he sleeps, because tomorrow he does not know what is in front of him. He'll again get up as a daily wage laborer, and wait for what is my job. Wake up like that. Today's job done, have a peaceful sleep. Next day, wake up and then see what is today. Only don't think tomorrow that will happen, day after me. If tomorrow that happens, then next month that is going to happen. Don't plan that way. Plan at a time for the present. Then your next day will be very much fun filling and happiness filled. Yeah. So these are the three things. Now I want to ask yourself. Okay, ask yourself, where all am I stuck? Is it at the physical level I need help, or emotional level, or am I not recreating anything for myself? Am I not intellectually boosting me? Is my professional health very bad? I'm not able to cope up in my job place. If yes, note down what all, where all, and why am I stuck? Is it because of the problem of others? You're very clear it's not because of me, it is because of others. Then it is time for you to jump out from that place. Or no, it's because of me. Then you need help. Okay, so third question is, do I need help? If yes, then find out the right help. There will be people. If the moment you decide that you need help, the destiny, the divinity, the universe will bring that help to you. The very thing what I told in the beginning. Raji wanted to contribute it to people. And when that contribution is happening, same why people get together. That is how we got connected. There was no point, no, we are connected through SVASA, we are connected through psychodiagnosis. Somewhere this connection happened. It was not pre planned. I do not know her before. She doesn't know me before. But still, this is happening is because the moment you think that you need help, the moment I think that I need help, the moment I think that I need to contribute, the moment she thinks that she needs to contribute, all these are good cause. When there is a good cause, things will happen. The only thing is you should identify and ask for it. You know, in Bible there is a very good verse: ask and you shall receive, knock and the doors shall open for you. That's all. It's the moment you understand what to ask. If you just go in front of a hotel and then stand there, will he come and give you something? He will also stand there. That's why he's called waiter. He's not a giver. He's a waiter. Why is he waiting? For your order. The moment you order, the waiter will bring it. For you to order, you should know whether I should eat a lunch, breakfast, or a dinner. You should identify that first. Once you go for that, you should know whether I'm a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian. That time you cannot go and think, what am I? You already know whether you're a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian. You need to know whether you need to have something spicy or non-spicy, rice or wheat. Do you should have a combo meal or a separate meal? You should have a juice with it or not. All these you should only decide. Waiter will not. The moment you decide, then you look at the menu, you see the cost, the quantity, you ask him how much you will bring. Is it eatable for me? Amongst your people also you ask. It's not that you only think about yourself. You will ask others, are you okay with this dish, so that we can share. Social self-care is happening over there. Shall we share the once you do all this, then the waiter will come and give. But people, what we do is we wait. We are waiters. People should come and take care of me. Somebody will come and tell me what exercise I should do. Somebody will come and tell that you are diseased. Somebody will come and tell you should stay happy. Then you will keep waiting there, like a closed up restaurant. You see in some restaurant in the highway, there is a restaurant here, hotel, one person will be standing with a board, there is a hotel here, because nobody comes there. You are waiting like that person. Somebody come and help me, somebody come and help me. No one will come and your days will fly. Then when you think one day I should have done it, it would have already been very late. Okay. So after this introspection, now let's interact. I don't know whether I'm too late. If it is too late, you put your questions and I can reply to Raji and she can give it back to you. Or if we can have a quick 5 or 10 minute decision, the discussions, that is also fine.
I thank you so much, doctor. Can we take 5-10 minutes if you're all okay? If you're okay, can you give a thumbs up so that I know? Otherwise, we can send the questions offline. We do have a bunch of questions from the participants. Okay. All of them are saying yes. Okay.
All of
But
you had your dinner?
yes.
Yes, then it's fine. If not, please bring your dinner, eat, and you can talk. I don't. I hadn't came because I cannot have a late dinner. That disturbs my entire night and day. So I had an early dinner and I came. So if you have not had, please eat. We will eat and talk.
So
Ask
this
your
was
people all
such
to
an
eat and sleep.
yeah.
Ask your husband, children all, please eat and sleep. You just give that instruction, and then if you're continuing, I'm happy. Yeah.
This was such an insightful session. I mean, so many different, 10 different dimensions of self-care. The moment I saw your first slide, spatial, I was like wondering, what does it mean, spatial self-care? And I'm so glad that you brought in the financial aspect. The moment we start taking care of as a woman, right, we often think that that's not my piece of cake, right? I used to, for a long time, I used to tell my husband, you manage it. I can't do all of these stuff. Right. But then I start realizing that it's important. So, such a beautiful, all the 10 points that tell different headings that you have put together. Not only you covered them in breadth, but also you went deeper into each of those topics, Doctor. Really eye opening. For me, I have to go back and know I need to contemplate and I need to start asking some of the questions that you asked, right? I would like to
Yeah, I'll
answer it
share this PPT to you because I know this is too huge to be covered in 1 hour. I
one day.
really knew it when I was preparing this. I was just thinking, should I cut it down to five or no? But then I thought, no, because this group of people already understand that health is important, self is important. It is not a very new group where I have to start from alphabets. This is somewhere tuned group only. So for you, it is very easy to contemplate on these things. So I thought, let me be broad in depth. If help is needed, maybe an individual help is needed, that you can take care. I think Raji is already doing that. So if you have those help required from her side, please go in deep and get that help. If I can help you in some way, please connect. I can help you other way, that is okay. But I thought this should be broad. I knew that this covering this in 1 hour, I wasn't very sure. I was just looking at the time, I was just exceeding 5 minutes because I always stay on time. But I
Yes.
thought I should give it.
Wonderful, doctor. I'm just going to ask few questions maybe, and then some of them, if they're not answered, I will send it to you in the message and you can get back to us. One common thing that many of them asked is cravings and food cravings, and then emotional eating, and what do I do with that?
The first answer to it is, why am I craving? There are two reasons why you crave for particular type of food or any type of food for that matter, food craving in general. One thing could be a deficiency in your system because
Mm,
your system is asking for that. When love is lacking in a child, when parents are divorced and there's a lot of conflict, they search for love from a very wrong person or a right person. So the
mm,
craving comes when you're deficient. So first understand whether you're deficient somewhere. So as I told you, if your emotions are passing properly every day, that itself gives you a, that's like a camera in us, that gives you a good picture that your metabolism is fine. But if not, your sleep is not good. After sleeping, I get some irrational dreams, not very related to the day to day activities, but something very irrational, random dreams I'm getting, then your metabolism is not good. Night, suddenly you wake up and you sweat, then your metabolism is not good. Morning, you have to push yourself to wake up, your metabolism is not good. Thereby, you might get craving. That's a physical craving. The other craving is emotional craving. When your senses are not satisfied, then you crave. Because craving happens through your eyes, through your nose, the smell, the taste buds, and hearing the name of food itself. That's how the craving comes. Somebody tells, oh, I
mm,
feel like eating a pasta, you feel like eating. So your senses are not satisfied. For sensory satisfaction, what you require is time for yourself
mm,
and affection from your people around. If those are not there, you need to work on it. Counseling is important. So craving happens because of these two reasons only. Physical thing easily manageable. If it is emotional or psychological, because of which you're craving, no, during periods, 2 3 days before periods you crave because your body is drained and your mood swing is happening. You feel like eating something junky or maybe sweet kind of things. The reason is your body is craving because of the hormonal changes. If it is very physical, consult a good health expert and they will get to you on how to cure the deficiency, and thereby your cravings will go. But if it's a psychological craving, you need an advice from somebody who deals with mind. Yeah.
mm. And the other question is, most of them are working mothers here and juggling multiple roles. How do I build a sustainable self-care routine for, especially for working mothers, because predominant time is going into their work, right? And extended hours of uh, evening calls and meetings. And I know you
First
covered a
thing
little
is
bit about boundaries, but
first
maybe.
thing is cutting that off. When you're at home, you're at home. You tell that beyond that, my boss is calling me or they're asking me, giving me work, that can be once in a while task. Say there is an emergency. Every emergencies are always there. Unforeseen circumstances are every time there. That is not 365 days. It can be 65 days maximum. That is unpredictable. Come back and still work. When it happens, when you become submissive and leave yourself to that, because the boss might appreciate, oh, any time I give work, she is doing, and you want more, and initially you showed it to your higher officials and they're wanting it again and again. Stop that. Once in a while, see, I don't take calls after 5 o'clock. I literally don't take calls after five o'clock. If it is emergency, I know from where the emergency. There are emergency numbers in my hospital. My department internship people, their numbers are stored. If calls are from them, they will never ask, no chit chat, and they will call me. Why an emergency number should call me? If it is from them, I definitely attend. But
Mm,
otherwise, I don't attend calls after 5:30 because that is my family time. First,
mm,
learn to tell that no. Nobody is going to screw you up. But if you've already created that pattern, very slowly wean it. We create a pattern of breastfeeding to a child. Aren't we stopping it? Initial 3 days, it's a bad thing for you and the baby. But after that, it will slowly change patterns. So, one day, first day, your boss is calling or your working people are calling, don't attend. And oh, you're sorry, it wasn't silent, I couldn't. Very politely, with all smiles, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, they will wean it off. It's not that go and tell I need my family time because of you, I'm having stress, this workplace. No, 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 that doesn't work. That's the thing what you have to do in your workplace. And then the remaining hours is for your family. Say 5 hours, 6 hours you're spending for your family. Can't you spare half an hour from that for self care? Our problem is we think that self care is a 24-hour process. It's a half an hour process. 15 minutes, move all your joint. Yeah, just lie down for yourself. And 15 minutes, read a book. Today, read a book. In a week, 3 days, do physical activity. One day, one half an hour, watch a serial. Listen to music. Paint something. Can't we do that? This is, I'm telling the minimal time. And with that half an hour, once you start enjoying, you yourself will try to make it 40 minutes. And then you feel this is easily doable. When I cut down on unwanted things, it is doable for me. You will make it 1 hour. It is easy. And when once you have that happy feeling, you will sleep a quality time and you will be able to wake up early in the morning. Again, you will get some time. Okay. In a week, at least half a day, keep it for yourself. Sunday, finish all your work by afternoon. Take help from everybody. Create that culture of everybody working together. Finish it in the afternoon. And from afternoon to evening, it's your time. Don't talk to anybody. Go at your room, just be for yourself, read, sleep, whatever you want you do, change the ambience of your home. It's your wish. Yeah.
the other question about the role of specific food in fostering mental calmness.
Anything which is natural will give you calmness. I don't tell which is non-spicy, sattvic and all. You can make it spicy. Green chili is from nature only. You can use it. And they say a lot of green chili wala thing is a high vitamin C source. But the green chili seeds are very bad. If you de-seed the chili and make a spicy food and you feel very nice when you take spicy food, it's okay. But the moment it has a coloring agent, it has preservative that will take your mental peace away. And continuous eating takes your mental peace away. The moment you don't have a time for digestion, there is no gap between one food and the other food. It's like piling up, piling up, piling up, and there is gas and things, thereby energy doesn't go to the brain. It has to full time be into digestion. Then your mental peace goes off. There should always be clean energy going to your mental process, your brain. Thereby, your thoughts and clarity will be better. We tell now when you eat heavy, I'm not able to listen to a class. I'm feeling that mandata is there. Why is
Hmm.
that? Because entire energy is into your digestion. So give some time where the energy is not required for digestion and you that goes to your brain, then there will be mental peace. So specific food for mental boost is a fad. People tell eat this, you'll feel peace of mind. That's like a drug. Then drink alcohol, sedate yourself and sleep off. That is the best food for the brain. So that's not that is only to suppress your other activities, isn't it? So it's not about food will give you mood. It is about give energy to your mood. To give energy, stop the other works. How will you get energy? We are asking for Rest for yourself. How will a woman get rest at home when she does not have to clean the home, when she does not have to cook, when she does not have to wash clothes? Then she has energy. So when your body does not have to digest, then it will have energy. It's as simple as that.
Can we take more questions or should we stop here, doctor?
I am okay. I am okay if you're all okay.
Okay. I want to have one more question I want to ask you, and then maybe some of you can also speak up. You can ask your questions directly. That way, she knows that you are absorbing and you have listened, and you also have. Okay. Okay, Adu. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Adu. Thank you. So, the other question is when we are taking medical tests, right, like mammography and all, we know that they use radiation. Is it advisable?
Mammography, they say after 30, after 35, you do mammography on and off, so that you can prevent. Um, to be very honest, I don't believe in that, because mammogram and ultrasonography, mammogram much better, but a mammography use X-ray radiations. Every 6 months you yourself exposing, and the process, I don't know how many of you have undergone a mammography. It is literally compressing your breast tissues. They use two plates, they compress the breast tissues and then take the images. That itself is damaging your cells in your breast. Unless you have a problem, unless there is a nodule, you see some changes in your breast cut texture, there is some lump, you do a self examination. Unless that is there, you don't have to go for a frequent mammography. Even then, first go for an ultrasonogram first
Mm.
if you feel something, and if there are some changes in that, then we will go for mammography. It is not very essential to have a frequent mammography at all. One thing, it's very painful. Crushing of that breast tissues continuously could itself manage, cause a problem later. No, so no need.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Anybody else wants to unmute and ask a question which I have not covered? I know I have not covered all the questions, broadly covered different aspects. Some of you want to unmute and then ask her a question, or if you want to share any input, something that you have a doubt in the presentation today, please feel free to do that.
Yeah, Raji, I have something to say. So when Raji, you were introducing us to like four types of self-care, right? That itself felt okay. I have not done parts of it here and there. When ma'am introduced us
I
to
made you
10, it
regret.
was like, oh man, too much of
We have
pressure. But
upgraded.
thank God she said 50% of it, if you take care, it is good enough. So that's good to know. And the one thing where I felt when we were talking about emotional care, and spend time for yourself, right, during the weekdays. So like Raji was saying, I work for a UK timing, so my time in the morning is fine, but after I do the work at office, and then I feel like I have to take time for myself. So what happens is I end up spending late night sitting in front of TV or just scrolling through my things, and then I sleep late, very late, and then get up. I have to get up early in the morning to get my daughter prepped for her school and all that. So I get a really deep sleep. But what happens is when I get up very early without a early sleep, getting to bed, so I feel really tired in the morning. So I want to sleep again, but I have to get ready to do the next day's work and all that. So this cycle keeps on happening. So I'm not very sure how to break it, and I don't know. I mean, some
How
thoughts.
long is your work? Is it
So I
8 hours,
start my
10
work
hours,
from
13
2.
hours?
No, it's 8 to 9 hours. That's it.
So it
But
is
it
the same 8 to 9 hours.
mm,
Do you have to travel or you work from home?
2 days only I travel. Remaining days I work
You're
from
at
home.
home. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're at home and it's the same hours of working, but only your time changes.
Mm,
Change your biological clock. I do not advise this other country worker, but I know it is not possible today because we in India work for multiple countries. So
mm,
our time zones are different. But your time, your 24 hours clock is the same. If you have to do yoga, you don't have to do early in the morning, do it at some other time. If you want to scroll and do things, do it at some other time. Don't do it at night only. So
mm,
have your those kind of time pushed to a different time. So maybe initially it will be very difficult. So you're starting your job at 2:30, you told me, right? 2:30 of Indian time, na?
yeah.
So after your child goes to school, you finish your cooking and things, then still you will have some 3 hours of gap at least over there. Use that time for your scrolling and social media activity so that your sleep can be done later. You want to
Mm.
watch a movie, you watch it, finish your movie with a fresh mood, have your lunch, and then start with your work. Lie
Yeah,
down and do that.
I
You
do
do
do that.
in a
I do do that. But at the end of the day, after I finish a hectic work, I want to relax before I get to sleep. So that's where things go wrong. So I think I am the one.
that relaxing, you change the task.
Mm,
You should relax, but then that relaxing doesn't happen very well with digital things. Digital
mm,
things are craving for more energy from your brain because you process, light goes in. So instead, you choose a different way of relaxing yourself at night, and whatever you were doing at night, you shift to a different time. Only thing here now, you have to intelligently manage your time because it's the same 24 hours. You don't even have to travel.
mm.
So traveling, then getting out from home, that itself is a tasking thing. That too in Bangalore. If you're in Bangalore,
No, no, I'm in Hyderabad, but here also it's not that
same,
not
same.
great.
Not not
The
not
traffic is
very great.
getting
Your
bad.
traffic is there, so you don't have to do all that. So you have a lot of time. You start taking things positively. Whenever there is, everybody's dish is messed up. But then from those dish, whatever little you can pick as good things, when you start relishing that, you will feel okay. At least I am blessed with not traveling. I am blessed that I don't have to start for my work at 8 o'clock. You have peace of mind to cook for your children, and your day starts in the afternoon when there's a lot of peace. And when people are coming back home, you're not in that chaos. People will come, they will all settle down. So you start, feeling, counting on the blessings which is there. Then you will, by that itself, you will start feeling relaxed
Mm.
and use your holidays very well.
Yeah.
That is the recharge for the next week. If you think that everything I should do it on my weekend, there's a problem. Don't do your household cleaning on Saturdays and Sundays. Do it on a weekday. A weekday you're already burdened, do it with that. Saturday, Sunday, you should feel, oh, I don't have to do my clothes, I don't have to clean my home. That's fine, it is already done. Do it on a
Mm.
Friday, probably Friday morning to afternoon. Do all those things and finish so that your Saturday is yours. You don't have to share it with anybody. Start planning that. I never do anything on Sunday. Sunday is my Sunday. Even during my college days, my school days, I don't study on a Sunday. Till today, I follow that for my students. I don't give them a homework for Monday. I never keep a test on Monday. No assignments or for Monday submission. Students ask me, ma'am, generally weekends people give us assignments. Why are you not giving us work? Weekends are for enjoying. You don't have to do the routine of what you did all the other 5 6 days. So do that. Start changing that routine. Monday, keep it for washing clothes. Tuesday for sweeping. Wednesday for mopping. Thursday for other bureau arranging and all that. By Friday you finish all your home chores as well. Then Saturday Sunday you can enjoy, go for a movie and all. Because we sacrifice that. Sunday when your husband comes, they come, we'll go for a movie. Who will do the household work? Whole week I have to work and we fight. Now instead you go for a movie, enjoy and come back.
Mm. Start. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Can I ask one last question? I wanted to know how do we measure the stress? Is there a way to measure? Because for a long time, right? Only after MSc at Vyasa and understanding of how stress and mind is the origination of all the diseases. How do we measure the stress, right? A lot of people think that I don't have stress. A lot of people think that no, I'm leading a perfectly fine, fine there are, and we start blaming on others, right? It's because of my husband that have this problem, because of my son I have this problem, right? How do I first of all clinically measure stress hormones without of course blood test or whatever it is? And this is definitely a silent killer, right? And how do I start reducing my stress? Imagine I don't practice yoga, I don't do any pranayama, but how do I manage stress? I think some of it you covered today, but if you can help us.
There are two ways to measure stress. One, as you said, clinically, to have a score, like how we measure blood glucose. Okay, if it's above 150, like that. You have a lot of questionnaires. I think you must be knowing that you have a stress questionnaire. Maybe I can even forward few to you so that everybody can take a score and answer those questions and then see, okay, if the score is about 10, then I'm stressed. But then those questions can be answered properly only when you know yourself. Otherwise,
Mm,
we will be very biased. No, in a very difficult situation, how do I handle positively, negatively, neutral? Positively only, because you believe that you're positively handling. Who knows that? So
Mm.
we are biased. So I don't believe in the stress questionnaire answering, but that kind of gives a small reflection on whether you're okay. Okay. The other realistic measure of to understand whether you're stressed is the answer was there in your question. You told me no, I end up telling that because of him only. I don't have stress, it's because of the moment you feel that you're stressed. If you don't feel that no one is, the moment you feel that somebody is responsible for something, then you're stressed. You have to de-stress yourself. The moment you get convinced nobody is responsible for anything in the world, I am my responsibility, then you're de-stressed. Then the next moment what you have to understand is how to enhance that or sustain that. Until then, that this is the realistic measure. Okay, so children, yeah, oh my god, once she grows, I'll be fine.
Mm.
After her marriage, I'll be fine. Once this house is completed, I'll be fine. Then you're stressed because you always give an outside reason for what is going on in your life. It is because of stress. You're in a denial mode. You don't want to take up that responsibility. So
Mm.
there is stress. So if that is there, then you need help. You need to practice some method whereby your pattern of that overthinking is gone. But that physical thing also will not go until you patch up with your emotion and intellectual things. If that is not, this Manomaya Kosha never works without Vijnanamaya Kosha having proper perception. You keep meditating Omkara, colors, chakra, whatever. Unless your Vijnanamaya Kosha tells why you're doing it and for what you're doing it, then it's just a meditation. You have a breathing pattern which will get controlled after you meditate. So your prana becomes good, your prana's energy is good, physically you're good. But your stress will still remain because your Vijnanamaya Kosha is not catered. So you have to start from there. That's why whenever any practice is there, I tell don't just stop with Manomaya Kosha, go to the next level and understand the problem within yourself and then start doing getting down to Manomaya, Pranamaya, and Annamaya. Only then Anandamaya will happen.
Mm. Any more questions? I think probably we'll wind up, and maybe the other questions I will send it in WhatsApp. Doctor,
Yeah,
you
there
can.
were a few other questions also that you had mentioned. No, whatever is not covered, I will answer for that and
Yeah.
send you. Beyond that, if there are some questions, you please let me know. You can have it as an extensional assignment or something which is given to them. Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much, Doctor. This was really eye-opening, and we have a lot to contemplate and take forward. As of now, as a group, we are working on at least get 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. And we are
Right.
reading a book, like you said, intellectual. That's knowledge is very important, right? So we are reading the Atomic Habits book. That's what we have been doing in the last 1 month. Hope
Good.
more people will understand the importance of exercise.
It is not about, what all things you should do. We
Hmm.
have informations in social media, in Google. There's, even all these images I had also taken from Google only. So images and things we will get. What you don't get is uh, that I should do it. It is
Hmm.
important for me. That
Yeah.
one thought is enough. The moment you realize that I have to do something, then ways will open by itself. And unfortunately, women, we are not that. We don't think for ourselves.
And we are not ready to address the cause. We are only bothered about the effect. Only if we address the cause, then the effect will start showing up, right? We need to
Right.
really address the cause. Otherwise, just trying to be happy with something else is not going to address my root cause, right?
It's like you making a tea.
Hmm.
Unless you make it, you add the ingredients, you would not know how it will taste. Can you
Hmm.
predict the taste and then do something? No, you do it, then you taste. But we are like only in the tasting phase, imagining, 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 but not doing anything. I think we should do it.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for your time.
Thank
It's
you.
been a
Thank you.
pleasure to hear and to learn from you each and every time. It's always a joy to be your student.
Oh my God. It's a mutual learning which happens. I'm very happy about that. I'll just share the slides to you. Yeah.
Okay, that will be very helpful for all of us. Thank you,
Okay.
Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care, all of you.